Hello! Today we're gonna talk about Portuguese wine 101. The basics you should know about Portuguese wines, and yeah, just in case you come to Portugal, you know at least the basics and know what to do. So let's start by how many wine regions we have in Portugal. So in Portugal we have 14 wine regions, and if you didn't know about that, don't worry, because 99% of Portuguese people don't know we have 14 regions. We actually have 14 regions and 28 DOCs. Indeed, for such a small country, we actually have lots of them. So now, let's talk a little bit more now into the wines, which is the good stuff, because at the end, no matter how many regions we have, or how many DOCs we have, what matters is what is in the glass good or not? So, let's start with, I have these three wines to show you how Portuguese wine can be flexible, let's say. So, here we have an example of a 100% Touriga Nacional. Touriga Nacional is our queen, is the red grape that we love the most, and it's the Portuguese red grape, let's say, because after all, we do have a lot of influence from French and Spanish grapes, let's say. We use Alicante Bouschet, which is a French grape. We use Aragonés, which is a Spanish Tempranillo. We use Jaén, which is the Spanish Mencia. So we end up having a mix here in Portugal, and Touriga Nacional is our queen, is the one we love the most, is the one that is mainly used for the production of port. And here you have a good example of a good 100% Touriga Nacional. Now, Touriga Nacional, even though it's used for a port wine, it is thought that it's actually from the down region. It's a grape that you actually have it from the down region. But the point here, it's not about where it comes from, because once again, is it what's in your glass good or not? So here you have an example of 100% Touriga Nacional from the down region. Then you have a blend that you have in Douro. A very common blend in the Douro region is Touriga Nacional, Touriga Franca, Tinta Roriz, which is the Aragonés. We call it Tinta Roriz in Douro, Aragonés in Alentejo, which is the Spanish Tempranillo. I know it's confusing. I don't know why people in the wine world are able to feel good when they complicate so much. And this one also has Tinta Barroco, a very famous blend in the Douro region. And this one comes from Alentejo region, very dry, very flat area, and it's blended with Syrah. So Touriga Nacional is an extremely flexible grape variety. You can use it for blends or for mono, for single varieties, I'm so sorry. And I think you should try both, and the single variety is a must-do for people that love Malbec. You have some floral notes here, mostly when it's young, that are very interesting if you like that. So if you're a Malbec lover, go here, okay? If then you are more like a Bordeaux, like heavier red wines, go to the blends of Alentejo, as they tend to be a little bit bolder. And that's actually what we're going to talk about today. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy Portugal, and if you ever come to Porto, let me know. I will be glad to walk you through these. If you are not, but you have Portuguese wine shop near you, try to find these. I highly recommend this one. They also have the Jaén version of it. It's an orange label. It's amazing. Try Portuguese wine, because you're missing on something. It's the best value wine ever. I did my WSET in London. I'm still doing my last level, and I'm telling you, Portugal is underrated. It's not well discovered yet. We are to blame because we have to work for it, but please discover these wines, because euro to euro, you will be crazy about the quality of these wines. Cheers!